Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell you guys are located. My name is Alex Didden. I'm with Underground Noise Webzine. This is Webisode number 40. And my special guest tonight is Lizzette. She's the lead vocalist of the band called Sculpin Terra. What's up, Lizzette? How's it going?
It's going good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. First off, I'd like to ask you, who are your influences?
Well, I am influenced pretty much by everything that I hear and everything that I see, every sound from the beginning of time. So yeah, I'm pretty much influenced by everything. But my earliest memories of music were like Whitney Houston, the Jets, Billy Idol, some old school rap. You know, so I was definitely a 90s grunge girl. So I was obsessed with Nirvana and Pearl Jam. But I mean, my musical influences are pretty much everywhere. Bob Marley. So I don't know, girl singers, Evanescence, Hailstorm, No Doubt, Cranberries. I like Toadies.
That's cool. I like a few Cranberry songs myself, actually.
Yeah, she rocks.
Very awesome. I'd also like to ask you, who came up with the name Sculpin Terra? Also, did you have any names before that? And what does that name mean to you?
Oh, I definitely didn't come up with it. It was already established before I joined the band. But from what I hear, they were all sitting around drinking Sculpin ales, and it came from there, a bunch of drinking. So Sculpin is like, a fish from the ocean. Terra is the earth. So very hippie like name. I don't believe there are any names before that. Sculpin Terra just was formed in the void, and it will always be that.
It's a very interesting name. I guess you could call it Fishy Earth or Earthly Fish.
Yeah, like, land and water, balance, yin yang.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I guess that's what it means to me. It's just being in balance, nature and people.
Very, very cool.
That's just my own personal interpretation of it.
That's a good way to look at it. I can understand that. Is there anywhere that you haven't performed that you guys have always wanted to perform?
I can't speak for everyone, but me personally, I would love to do an outside show somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's in a park or in a bar or anywhere. I like playing outside. Seems like it would be awesome. In a forest. Oh yeah.
How did you hear about joining Sculpin Terra?
Okay, so I've known the members of the band, half of them for like 8 years or longer, and then the other half for about 5 years. And we've been in music projects together and stuff like that. So I just woke up one morning with a message from the guitarist Brian Bellum, and he's just basically asked me, hey, would you be interested in doing a musical project with me? At that point, I wasn't doing anything in music for about 2 years, and honestly, I wasn't planning on doing it anytime in the future. But I woke up to that message and I was like, yeah, it sounds cool. So I met up with him, and we were actually working on a different band. And then about a year after that, they invited me to join Sculpin Terra, and so I was like, hell yeah. So I did. That was about 3 years ago.
Seems like a long time, doesn't it?
Kind of. I mean, time is weird. Seems like yesterday, seems like a million years.
Some days are different than others. I can agree with you on that one.
But I'm definitely grateful to be a part of it. I
That's
love those
very
guys.
cool. Very, very cool. While you're on stage, have you ever had any technical difficulties? Like if the power goes out or if a guitar goes out of tune a little too fast?
Well, that probably happens all the time. But no, nothing crazy like that. And I'm probably oblivious to it. I've had a show where like I was too powerful, rawr, and maybe some squeakings and squealings, but nothing that I noticed. I just keep going on doing what I'm doing. Nothing big, no fires, no tramplings or anything like that.
No catastrophes.
Yeah, no catastrophes.
Thank goodness.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, not yet, but she's thinking that it might happen. So if it does happen, I'll probably
be prepared.
witness
Yeah, that'd be
it.
cool.
You're like, oh, hey, look what just happened. The power went out. Where'd everybody go? Well, we're all still here.
Then we would just do acoustic and it would still kick ass.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Hear an acoustic set of Sculpin Terra. I mean, I've heard your guys' album on SoundCloud and it sounded really good.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I just haven't gotten around to doing a review for you because I got so many things going on at once. But
yeah, we've actually gotten together and done some acoustic practices and I dig it. I think it sounds amazing. So we could definitely do an acoustic if we wanted to.
Hey, got to do what works best for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So how long have you been singing? You've been singing since your whole life, or?
Well, yeah, I would say that I've been singing since I was born, but I've been in bands for about 15 years.
That's cool.
Yeah,
what bands were you in prior to Sculpin Terra?
My very first band was Adis Fungar. I've been in Apotheosis, My Enemy's Blood, Jekyll Can't Hide, and Lozen, a few bands here and there. You know, I'm in a few projects right now besides Sculpin Terra. I'm also in a band called The Devil's Back. It's a 3-piece power groove band, and also Blood Monkey, which is like an evolution of Lozen.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You still keep in contact with your former band members?
Yep. I love them all. They're always my family.
That's very
They're
cool.
my friends.
It's important to have that, that's for sure.
Yeah. You build some great relationships doing this.
That's cool. So do you play any instruments personally, like guitar, piano, anything like that?
Yeah. Let me see. Can I flip this around? I have a bass, and
cool.
I play that every once in a while in my spare time. I haven't in any bands besides, you know, very, very early on. I played bass for church services in my parents' church, and also I had a Eurythmics cover band, and I played the bass for that.
That sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
It was fun, yeah.
That's cool. Well, let's see. Trying to think of some more questions for you, because usually I have a piece of paper next to me and I got questions written down, but I'm just doing it from the top of my head today. So Bear with me.
Right. All right.
So, what would you say is your favorite thing about being a musician?
Oh, by far, I get to say what I want to say, and no one can say anything back. Like I can just speak my mind.
So if somebody yells at you and says something you don't like, you just give it back to them.
I'll say I'm gonna write a song about that.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
You're fucked now.
Now, being a musician myself, I've never thought about doing that. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's just absolute freedom of speech, and I enjoy being able to say what's on my mind, and everyone has to listen to me. They have to.
Yeah, speak your mind. That's the way to go.
And also, I just like being on stage performing, hearing, oh, you guys kick ass, or wow, you've inspired me because you're female, and I never thought that I could do something like that, but now I do think that I can do that, stuff like that. It's really cool.
What would you say to somebody that's just starting out singing?
If it's your passion and you love to do it, keep doing it, and don't listen to naysayers, and just do what you want. If you want to do what you want. Just keep doing it. It hasn't been easy, but it hasn't been easy for me, but I just keep doing it, and it's been a rewarding experience in my life.
It only gets better with time.
Yeah.
Yep, the more you practice, the better it is.
For sure.
Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to? Like
my bandmates in Sculpin Terra. Brian Bellum, Rudy Gutierrez, Shannon. Don't know your last name.
Didn't.
Mike Zimmerman. Sorry, Shannon. Hold on. Because I want to say Shannon Hoon, but that's definitely not your name.
Okay. I thought you were asking what my last name is. It's actually Ditton. Rhymes with kitten. So.
What is it? Bitten?
Ditton.
Ditton.
Yeah, with a D. Nice. D as in David. So.
Well, nice to meet you.
Likewise, you as well.
And thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, that's all I could think of. Do you have any last words for Underground Noise Webzine?
Oh yeah, so Sculpin Terra, we released our first album earlier this year. It's called Boil the Ocean. It's available on like almost every streaming service out there, so check it out. Excuse me. We're also on Facebook. Give us a like there. The Devil's Back. We're on Instagram, and the Devil's Back Arizona on Facebook, and also check me out on just Facebook, Lizzette Moeller, and stay updated with all the musical projects I've got going on.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Lizzette.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. My pleasure.